Welcome to Gist on the Street. On today's Gist on the Street, we're talking about what is trending today. As you know, a lot is happening in the United States of America at the moment. Um, Elon Musk is being served. The farmers are planning to go on strike already in some states. They are already dishing out warnings to citizens of America to buy some certain food stock at home. Um, the Republicans are not backing down and all that. So, but here we are here to give you what is trending at the moment in the United States of America. So please stay tuned and relax and enjoy this video.
Happy April 1st. Unfortunately, no pranks from me today. The Trump administration has shared more of its plans for Liberation Day, and it's something. Here's what we know so far. Originally, Trump was set to announce a new round of tariffs today, April 1st. However, due to concerns that people would think the tariffs were an April Fool's joke, the decision was made to push these tariffs back to April 2nd. Prior to this week, the understanding was that these tariffs would place 25% duties on goods imported from the Dirty 15, or the 15 countries that Trump feels have taken advantage of the U.S. It's worth noting these 15 countries account for almost 80% of the U.S.'s 2024 imports. Plus, if any of these countries place retaliatory tariffs on the U.S., Trump is ready to increase these tariffs up to 200%. But why go for 80% when you can hit 100%? Yesterday, Trump announced that these 25% tariffs will be imposed on all importing companies, complete with a pouting face for emphasis. No, seriously, that was how he responded. I'm not going to make a pouting face, though. Now here's the interesting part. In response to this announcement, the stock market, it went up. The S&P 500 rose 0.3%, leading us to believe that investors have already accounted for these tariffs in the prices of stocks. But what's left to be seen is what these tariffs will do to our economy. With March inflation coming in above analyst estimates, we're already starting to see the signs that inflation is on the rise. Further tariffs will only add on to future inflation readings. If inflation does begin to tick up, or if Trump imposes further tariffs against retaliating countries, it's likely the stock market will take a turn for the worse. So really, we're left with more questions than answers. The best answer we have for you at the moment is to wait and see what Liberation Day has in store for us, how other countries respond, and what damage these tariffs cause to the market and the economy. More from us on these effects in the coming days.
All right, listen up. Here's what you can expect to happen on April 2nd when DJT instates his tariffs for the third time. Yep, DJT is bringing his tariffs back, claiming again that they're going to fix the job market, lower costs, and iron out the imbalances in trade agreements with other countries. But we've heard this before. We know how it goes. I mean, he claims that tariffs would shrink the trade deficit, and then in reality, the trade deficit grew. So, congrats, the exact opposite was achieved. Because imports didn't stop, they just got more expensive, and then that increased price was passed onto the US consumer to pay. Meanwhile, US exports to other countries shrank because every other country that we impose tariffs on imposed their own retaliatory tariffs. He claimed tariffs would help manufacturers here in the US. But in reality, manufacturers who rely on imported metals like aluminum and steel are now seeing their prices skyrocket. And in return, Canada, Mexico, and the EU all slapped, of course, retaliatory tariffs on the US. Primarily on items that will hurt red states, like motorcycles, whiskey, and agricultural products. He claimed these tariffs would, quote, hurt China, when in reality, it's hurt US farmers and consumers even more than it's hurt anyone in China. And girl, now we have countries in Asia that fucking hate each other, teaming up simply because they need to join forces to fight us. That is right. China, Japan, and South Korea are joining forces to fight back against these tariffs coming from Trump. Countries that have had their own history going back hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. And not a good one. Trump keeps saying that he's doing this to strengthen America, but we're paying more for things, selling less, and alienating all of our so-called friends. Is that what strength looks like? If so, looks like we're right on track. So before I close out here, I really just want to emphasize a couple of things. One, tariffs are taxes on the importing country, which in this case will be us, the American consumer. And that even though this is very important, It also is serving as a distraction to all the crazy other illegal shit that's going on under this regime. There are still illegal kidnappings, illegal deportations, illegal mass firings, not to mention the illegal sharing of private national security information on an unsecure messaging app known as Signalgate. While we talk about tariffs today, all of that is still happening. And while, yes, activists and the courts are doing what they can to stop this and reverse it, doesn't mean that we can just put this on the back burner while we deal with something else. So yes, as we approach April 2nd and these tariffs are reinstated again, don't lose sight of everything else that's happening, because that is exactly what they want.
Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for all that you do. Please like and comment, as well as subscribe also. Thank you for sticking to us. Bye.